Hey guys, I really didn't want to have to go live, but I am not going to sit there and listen to this pity party anymore. I'm not going to sit here and listen to this poor me anymore. I am not going to sit here and listen to lies anymore. I am just about done. I have been listening and been begging Joe since May. Just talk to Leslie. Just talk to Leslie. And you know what? There was always an excuse. There was always some kind of excuse. There was always oh, well, I can't. Oh, well, she's going to lie about me. Or, well, no. You know what? Like, enough. And for you to be letting your mods timing me out, Joe, everything, after everything that I've forgiven you about, like, do you not forget that you were the one originally who made up the miscarriage rumors about me? Do you not forget that? Like, has that not clicked in your head at any point in this? What you're doing right now is so selfish, Joe, and you cannot sit there right now and say, I tried to talk, but she didn't give me an opportunity, because that is not true. When I was there listening, oh, thank you, Kayla. Sorry. When I was there listening, there was like 4 or 5 different opportunities when she sat there and was like, talk, Joe. Oh, I'm about done. I'm about done. No, you know what, Joe? You cannot sit there and talk about people who were your friend, people who had your back through thick and thin, especially Leslie. Do you not remember how much heat Leslie got for the things you would do? Hey. Sorry.
What the hell?
Oh,
oh my God.
You know what? When I said something, I was like, Joe, she let you get a chance to talk. She gave you an opportunity. She's like, oh, mods, get these idiots out of here.
That's what she does.
So now I'm an idiot, Joe?
She throws out an allegation. Oh yeah, no, everybody's an idiot but her. She throws out an allegation, then you're like defending yourself, and then as soon as you're done, instead of like addressing your points, she throws out another allegation. That's what she does. It like just keeps you spinning.
Yeah.
But you notice she never answers anything that anybody says. Never.
No. She twists it. Like when Leslie is sitting there. I know, Bubba, I love you. I know it was Dove Kitty and Housewives. Sorry. But guys, sorry I went in and started this all hot. I really didn't want to go live. I'm working on a video right now. It's not a bash Joe video. It's a behind the scenes look at everything a lot of us did not know. Like,
I think that everything should just be put out there. She likes to throw out these accusations. So it's like I've said, put out anything I've said. I don't care. Put out the DMs, put out whatever. And I'll put out my side, but you better put out the full thing if you're gonna put it out. Don't you go cherry picking stuff.
Yeah, and so sorry guys.
She's welcome to do it. Just put it all out. She don't want that though. I'm telling you right now, she don't want that.
I was like, sorry guys, this is TT. My video
well,
the video that we're all working on is going to be a lot more organized. That's what I was supposed to be doing today, but Joe decided to make a video and clickbait Leslie's name in her first live and then extremely clickbait her in the next one. Which I don't know if you noticed my title. My title does not have Joe's name. It does not have Leslie's name. It does not have TT's name. Because
put my name. I'm just
no, I know.
I'm just kidding.
I want my name. That's not my name.
Hi, Coot. Hi, Kayla. I know. I get told I talk fast a lot. Miss Leah told me that.
And you guys see, Detective Pikachu is in here. And look, Detective Pikachu typed something, so I can go like this. Hold on. I don't know if
that's a good idea.
Here. I don't know if you're still here, Detective Pikachu, but I'm going to do this for a minute. And type
in Detective Pikachu.
Yeah, type yo, type hi, type a period. Because I look silly now if you left. I was going on my rant though pretty good when they came in. See?
I didn't mean to interrupt it. I just figured they just said that you're live, and I was like, well,
No, it's okay.
whatever. If
Honestly.
she's gonna lie, like I don't even want to come on stream. I don't really want to talk, but like if she's gonna lie about this, then it's like you can't defend yourself in a live chat while she's up there lying and saying this crazy crap.
Yeah,
And she's
no,
been doing it for 2 months. For 2 months, we're sitting there, watch these streams, and then get DMs from people saying, "Oh yeah, Joe said this about you. Joe said that." What? And I've privately messaged her. I don't even know how many times I've been like, "Can you just stop? Can you really stop?" And then she responds with a GIF. What?
I just got some new information, guys. I guess Leslie is going to be going live here in a shortly. Tiffany, she's going to send us a link. So
Okay.
I'm gonna end this stream for now. Sorry, guys, I've missed you all, but I'll be premiering the video Thursday night, so you guys can all
maybe
chat.
People can come in Leslie's chat and just ask questions, because it's honestly it's so much and it's so twisted that it's like,
well, yeah,
I don't know. Like it's like I don't even know what's been said. Like it's so manipulated and so twisted and turned. It's crazy.
And like, to me, I thought it was absolutely disgusting that they were timing out and deleting Sean's
and
messages and Flossie's. Like,
exactly.
That is clearly disrespectful. And I just want to let everyone know really quick.
Well, they weren't even.
Sorry, but before Leslie does go live, that this has nothing to do with Katie. None of us wanted Joe to go after. Not a single one.
No, I'm fine with Katie. I don't agree with everything Katie says and does, but I'm fine. I mean, I'm the one who went to Joe, and I told Joe.
Yeah.
I was like, I kind of think that they're going a little too hard for Katie. You know, we just were having a conversation about it. I was like, I don't know if I agree with the Sherelle thing and all that, you know. And the next thing I know, she goes on a stream about it. I like talked to her about it before the stream. That's one of the only streams I actually knew what she was going to say. And I was like, you did a good job. I was like, you know, just say what you believe, whatever, who cares? And then she gets a lot of positive, reception, whatever, you know, gets a lot of positive feedback from it, which was good. And she just started going with it, which I was like, well, if she feels that way, that's fine, whatever. But it became kind of, I don't know. It just kind of got weird in a way, which is fine. I didn't care. Like I was friends with Joe. I wasn't her sub. I really didn't care what she said on her channel as long as she didn't say shit about me. But that's the problem, is she constantly was. And about other people too. I don't know how many times I asked her, please do not bring up my name on stream. I'm not a part of this. And she still wouldn't.
Oh, Tiffany's TT. Sorry, guys. Someone's like, who's Tiffany?
I've also been known to get messy. Hint, hint.
She gets a little messy at times.
Just occasionally.
And the donut.
You know, just a little bit.
I'm like, the donut is here. Leslie, are you still in here?
Does Leslie want to go on? What does she want to do?
She wanted to come on and tell everyone. Yeah. I just got the link for, I think it's for hers.
Thank you, Kayla.
Why are people putting my video link? I'm like, what is going on? Can Leslie see this link? Hey, Wooden. Like, just like, I kind of started this video real hot, but like, I am so mad. Like, you know, you can't sit there. Hi, Candy.
Well, yeah.
You can't sit there and like.
Thank you, Candy.
Treat me the way you're treating me after everything, you know?
No, and I mean, I'm not saying I'm perfect. I certainly haven't. Like, I can, you know, whatever. I can go too hard at times and stuff. But like, if you're gonna lie, like, I'm gonna be like, what the hell are you talking about? It's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
And she leaves out chunks of the story. Like, she goes in and she just tells this one part, like, oh yeah, this time that TT was, you know, coming at me hard, Leslie, and you didn't defend me. Leslie's not my damn mom. So Leslie, that's not her position. Okay. We are friends. She don't need to like scold me like I'm her baby. That's not how it works. Two,
Yeah.
Joe leaves out conveniently what she did before that, which is she, you know, there's that whole Gumby shit where she goes on her channel, talks about Gumby, talks about Toddy Westbrook, whenever she was not supposed to do that because it was a private conversation. Then when people are like, Joe, what the hell? Why did you do this? Then she starts twisting and turning shit and being like, well, I heard so-and-so was doing this and I heard so-and-so was doing this. Just crazy allegations. And I'm like, you need to cut the shit, really. Like, this is enough. Just stop talking about people's personal business. That's all anybody's asking you to do. Just stop. Okay? Go work it out with your friends. That's all.
Yeah. Oh, there's Leslie. 1 second.
And then next thing I know, I'm the bad guy. So I was like, oh no.
Hey, Leslie.
Hey guys.
Can we get Leah in here?
Well, we're not like staying. I think Leslie just wanted. Actually, I don't know what's going on. So, I sent Leah the link.
What channel?
I think she's having trouble getting on.
I'm on.
Oh, shoot.
Breeders. Well,
We can do it on yours, Leslie. I just brought you so you can. You said you.
It don't matter. It's I mean the reason, you know, like when I do it on mine, I have to do it from my phone, and I don't think I can bring everybody in like this because it's on my phone. If I do it from my laptop, it's gonna be like blotchy and like pixelated, and I know like everybody else wanted to like
I can hear.
their side too. I just went to my channel on my community post and on my Patreon and put this link so everybody can come over here. If you guys just want to give it a second. I'm honestly like I know I probably sound heated and people's probably gonna be like, oh, she's acting crazy, but like I mean it hurts my feelings because she was my friend and I did defend her. I did defend her to a lot of people. So I am
Oh yeah, Kayla wasn't
You didn't.
meeting anyone.
yeah, I was confused. Like, I thought Kayla was like, I thought Kayla was your friend.
No,
I think Kayla is my friend.
Well, that's the problem. You get timed out. You don't know who did it.
Yeah,
So
I
you're
don't
just
think
like,
it was Kayla.
you know,
no, it wasn't Kayla.
Oh, well, anyways,
whatever. I mean, it's Joe's channel. Joe shouldn't have allowed it.
One
Fine.
thing I know.
Oh,
One thing I know is I told Leslie not to trust Joe as soon as she started talking to Joe, just because I had a bad feeling about Joe. And I always thought that the way she went about doing her lives, like back and forth with Unirock, it was just like a joke while they were slandering Leslie, like making up lies about her and trying to talk about Leslie like, you know, I know Leslie. I've been married to her for 12 years. And things they were saying were the exact opposite of who she is and what she is. If anything, her being so nice has caused me and her problems in our marriage because, you know, she's so nice to people. She won't tell people no. She's just now getting to where, you know, she's telling people no and not putting up with people's crap. But I told Leslie way back when I was like, I don't trust Joe. Like, don't say nothing to Joe. Don't say nothing that she can twist and try to turn into anything at all. And like, she kept on, you know, talking to Joe. She's like, no, Joe's my friend, blah, 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 blah. But, you know, and I'm just saying, like, she did defend Joe. She did stick up for Joe to me because I didn't really care for her from the beginning. I felt like she was, I don't know, I just had a bad feeling about her. I don't know. Sometimes I get a bad feeling about people. And I guess I can judge people when I first meet them, and I'm not always right, but I guess I was right about Joe. Because look at her. I mean, she couldn't. What did Leslie do to her? Nothing. And literally, I don't know, for how many months? 2 months. Every time you're on the phone with Joe, and you got off, not every time, but a lot of times I'm like, just what? I don't trust her. Like, you know, I feel like, but she kept saying, Joe's my friend. I trust Joe. And then all this crap started happening where she's getting blamed for things that Joe says on her stream. And she kept being friends with Joe, even though Joe was just blah, 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 blah on her stream saying all kind of things.
After Joe repeated things on her stream that I told her in confidence, I still was friends with her. I went to her
Yes.
and was like, Joe, why did you say that? Like, I told you guys that in confidence. The first thing that she said was, oh, sorry, love, I didn't know you told us that in confidence. I was like, Joe, there's no way you would have knew that I didn't tell you that in confidence. And then I find out that a week prior to Joe and saying what she said, like telling stuff that I told her in confidence, she had a conversation with TT about it. And her and TT was talking about Joe saying that. And TT said, but Joe, you can't say that because if you say that, it's going to come back on Leslie. And Joe's like, oh, yeah, you're right. So
Yeah.
she knew that by saying
Yes.
the things that I told her was going to come back on me. And she'd done it anyways. And I still was her friend after that. Hey, babe. Y'all playing outside, man?
Yes. Yes, I specifically told her because she wanted to out Gumby because Gumby was kind of going a little too far. I'll give her that, but it's like whatever. It's not, I was like, yeah, but you can't do that. I was like, because that it's going to come back on Leslie somehow. I was like, so you can't do that. You're Leslie's friend. And then a week later, she goes and does it anyways.
And I know everybody on Joe, like Joe had a lot of people on her channel, and the reason she had a lot of people on her channel is because people knew what was going on. And I know I was like talking fast. I know I was saying a lot. But my feelings are hurt about this. Like, I literally lost subs. I had people come to me and say, like, after Joe done the video where she called Steve a rape apologist, I had probably 3 people come to me and say, like, oh, this is who you're going to support. Like, somebody that's going to do, like, call Steve a rape apologist. And then after she put out UniRach's arrest record, I had people come to me and say, this is who you're going to support. And what I told everybody that would say stuff like that to me is, she's my friend. Like, she may not do the right thing all the time, but she's my friend. And I'll never call her out publicly. And I never would have called her out publicly. But she just got on the stream with my name in the title when I've still not done nothing to her. That's why when I got on with her, one of the first things that I asked her is, Joe,
Oh, it's been going on for 2 months.
I asked her, I said, Joe, what did I do to you? What did she say? I know I was talking a lot, and she's going to say.
She wouldn't answer the question.
She's going to tell people.
No, she would never answer any of your questions.
And she's going to say that I wouldn't give her time to speak, but I did try to. Several times I shut up and I said, Joe, speak. And she would say, no, because you're going to interrupt me. No, I really wanted her to speak because I wanted you guys to hear what she had to say.
It's all manipulation.
I was gonna say really
She'll
quick,
speak when you're not
sorry to
there
cut
because then
anyone
she'll
off,
run her
but,
mouth and you won't counter it.
Yes, and that's what I was gonna say. Like, I was watching it, I got muted and timed out and then blocked. So, but anyways, there was like several times where you, Leslie, you went, Joe, are you gonna talk? And her one response irked me. Her one response was, no, I think I'm about done. Like, what?
Because that's what she does. She throws
It's
out these
frustrating.
crappy accusations. It throws you on a tangent where you're out there like defending yourself. Then when it's her turn to speak, she has nothing to say back because you just told the truth and she don't have anything to counter it with. So she throws out another allegation. I don't have anything to say. Like, then what are we doing here? All I'm saying is ask her, the accusations she puts out, ask her to back them up. Let's see that.
Flossie's calling.
That's the thing. She hasn't been able in her channel. Let me try to add it. Let me see. It might.
She's talking now. Of course she is. I bet she.
Oh yeah!
saying
As
all
soon as
kinds
you
of
left,
interesting stories. Of course she does, but she don't talk when Leslie's there because she wants to have this platform where she can say whatever and have no one challenge her lies. That's why I said tell her to put out the DMs, put out whatever.
And you know what?
Back it up. Because I'll back my shit up.
Someone go into Joe's chat and tell her, you know what? You're welcome to come on here. I will mute everybody one at a time and let everyone speak without talking each other over.
She won't
But
talk.
she's not going to.
I would invite Joe
No.
on my channel, your channel, any channel. Like, I know I went into her channel, like, really, like, but when somebody is talking behind the scenes, lying on your name and your friend's name, and you to this day you haven't done anything to them, it's upsetting. It really is, you guys. Like, I lost subs because of Joe. Me and my sister, like, one of the reasons we kind of got into it one day was over Joe, because my sister was like, I don't trust Joe. And I'm like, no, what? What are you talking about? Like, why would you say you don't trust Joe? Like, absolutely, I trust Joe. Like, I would trust Joe with anything. So my sister was like, hell no. Like,
Well, she tried to make you lose friends because of Joe. She tried to turn us all against each other too, and go to this person and say Leslie's a liar, and this person,
I want to say this too.
That's what she does.
Like, I'm gonna say this. Leslie's got 6 kids and a husband and a house to tend to. Like, she gets hundreds of messages a day, and sometimes hours go by that she doesn't check them. Joe telling Leslie that she did something. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? Like, Leslie's here when she's not recording. She's here taking care of kids, helping me in the house, whatever, being a mother, being a wife. So she gets hundreds of messages.
hold on, baby.
She gets hundreds of messages a day, probably. And her looking back and going back, sometimes she tells me, like, I'm so far behind in my messages. So what I'm trying to say is, like, Joe very well could have been doing things and then telling Leslie about it, or like texting. I don't know. I'm not sure what goes on, but she very well could have been telling Leslie about it, and Leslie not even know about it for hours or check it. What is she supposed to do? How is Leslie controlling that? How is Leslie behind any of it?
Right. Well, even if Joe tells her she's going to do something crazy, and Leslie's like, I don't know if that's a good idea, then if Joe still goes and does it, somehow it's Leslie's fault.
Yeah, and she'd get upset with that anyways.
I mean,
if someone told her not to do something, she was all like,
what kind of
"Oh,
logic
it's
is
my
that?
channel. It's my channel."
Yeah,
she got upset with me for that very reason. Yes, because I was like, please stop sharing people's personal business. My channel is my channel.
And also,
My thing is,
okay, then.
she's got Kim and Lauren in there now, which is fine because Kim and Lauren can be friends with her.
Okay.
But Kim was the one that Joe was going to frame for the Abe screenshots, which is literally, if somebody was to be canceled, that would have been a way to get canceled. Joe was going to cancel you, because if those screenshots would have seen the light of day, Kim, you would have been done. Your channel would have been done, because everybody would have thought you made them, and everybody would have went and unsubscribed to your channel, and everybody would have talked about how you're a horrible human being, because Joe was going to do that.
luckily,
Luckily,
I thought
stopped
that Lauren,
before she done it.
remember too, the grannies and Lauren. The grannies and Lauren were the ones making Joe's life so miserable. Remember, so miserable. So it's the worst thing in the world. We need to go watch the old streams to see how. And now she's on chit chatting with, which is fine. Whatever, people make up. Cool. Be about it. I mean, Lauren was the worst thing in the world forever. Which I've had my own issues with Lauren. Whatever. It doesn't really have anything to do with Joe.
Yeah, I was behind earlier. That's why I stepped in. Was like, and
I know your face.
Oh,
don't tell me not to. Don't tell me not to.
Yeah.
Talk. She asked me a
She's
question.
playing a voice recording. What voice
I'm
recording?
like, you shut up.
What? I was behind in the chat. I didn't know she had asked you a question, but I just didn't want her to do exactly what she's gonna do. She's gonna sit back and act like you never gave her a chance to talk. You were just blah 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 blah, and you never stopped. You never gave her an opportunity. That's what she was doing. That's why she never said nothing, because she's gonna sit back and say, "Well, I never got to respond." Now she's gonna go live and say all kind of crap.
I'm saying all that stuff right now, but the thing is she's gonna get the people that she deserves to have on her side, because the type of people that she needs on her side is the type of people that she's like. And regardless of what anybody wants to say, I was good friends with Joe, but if Joe would have been somebody I met on the street, would I have been nice to her? Absolutely. But would I have hung out with her? No. Because she's just not really like the type of people that I would like bring in my house in front of my kids. You know what I'm saying? And after I was finding bits and pieces of things out about Joe, it hurt me. Like, I was like, oh God, like knowing that Joe wanted to fake these screenshots, that bothered me. And I was like, but was I going to out her? No, I wasn't going to out her for trying to do that. And what's crazy is I actually, I actually even turned it into she's trying to protect me. Like in my weird way, I was like, she's trying to do this because she knows that I have problems with Kim. She knows Kim has this channel to try to cancel me. So I guess she thinks maybe if she cancels Kim, then Kim can't come after me anymore. So that's the way that I literally tried to look at it, you know? When in reality, but really, like me being who I am, I still was like, that was wrong and I don't want. My main thing was it getting back to my sister. Like, oh, look, here's proof that Kim created the screenshots and my sister believed in a lie. Because at one point, my sister and Kim were friends. So I didn't want that to hurt her.
And looking back, like we were kind of naive about the internet right then, and like naive about YouTube. But I mean, honestly, I think it was done on purpose, which is a really crappy thing to do. But as far as Joe trying to claim that Leslie controlled anything she did, I can say personally, there were so many times that Leslie came to me and was like, Joe did this and this and this, and I really wish she wouldn't have, because it looks bad. It's going to look bad on me. Everybody always relates Joe to me. Like, whatever Joe does, I get blamed for it. And like
so many times I went to him and said that.
So she came to me, I don't know how many times, talking about Joe did this and this and that, and I really wish she wouldn't have. But she stayed her friend anyways. The whole time I'm like, man, I don't like her. I don't like Joe. She seems kind of like two-faced or whatever. But anyway, that's just my 2 cents. That's me adding. Like,
You gotta give me some socks.
I'm so tired of these people talking about her in a way that I've lived with her for how long? Going on 13 years now. Like, they talk about her in a way that she's never been, and nobody's ever accused her of being.
Nobody in my personal life has ever accused me of being the way these people accuse me of being. Like, one of the main things people like to say is, oh, that little sweet Southern, that sweet Southern belle is just an act. If that's the way people portray me as a sweet Southern belle, then that's who I am, I guess. But it doesn't mean that I can't get pissed off and I can't be a bitch sometimes, because I can.
Well, yeah, who can't?
But that's what
but even when you're a bitch, you're nice.
They say it's like, oh, let's
about it.
My biggest downfall was I trusted people and people see me as a pushover. But when I stopped being a pushover to everyone, when I stood up to Katie, when Katie was telling me, oh, people's gonna be mad at you for that. You put a rumor out that Amberport was gonna sue me, and I was like, no, I didn't, Katie. And I stood up and I was like, Katie's literally telling me people's gonna hate me, that I'm gonna lose my channel, that I'm gonna lose subscribers. When we were friends, she was doing these things to me. So I stopped it, and I was like, I'm not gonna be her friend, because I'm not gonna have somebody trying to run my channel for me. Put a stop to it. I'm the bad person. When all this stuff was going on with Steve in the middle of the most chaotic and traumatic time of my life and my entire family's life, because I ducked out after I sent the email to Steve, and I wasn't doing what Kim, Little Red, Joan, all these people wanted me. Steve, at the drop of a dime, all of a sudden I was untrustworthy. I was a liar. When you ask Steve, though, if you was to ask Steve before I dropped out, has Leslie ever lied to you? He actually said it on the stream. Leslie has never given me a reason not to trust her. So now the reason you don't trust me is because after everything going on in my life and me getting flack on the intranet, I decided to drop out to get myself back in a place where I could be stable in my mental health. Now all of a sudden I'm untrustworthy. Okay, when I lost my moderators because I made amends with Katie, all of a sudden Leslie's the bad guy. Leslie did. Everybody was fine until I'd done something they did not want me to do. Then it was I'm the bad guy. Okay, well I'm the bad guy, I guess.
Yeah. That's how these people operate. Normal people and normal friends, we have disagreements with each other. We might take a break from each other, whatever. But these people, you have one little disagreement with, and they go fucking nuclear on your ass. Like, now I'm going to ruin your whole life. I'm going to lie about you. I'm going to do all this crazy crap. Like, friends have disagreements, but not these people. They ain't your friend.
When I talked to Joe last, I asked her, this is what I asked her, and I have proof of this. I have it recorded. I said, Joe, what have I done? Why are you upset with me? And she said, you become distant from me. You were mean to me, and you pick those bitches over me or something like that. And my response was this, and I'm not saying this verbatim because it's been a minute, so it could be, but I can play it for you guys. Hold on. I'm not going to play right now. I'm going to have to, because I literally have hours. And people may say, well, why did Leslie record Joe? The reason I record, now I almost record anytime I get on the phone, because I have a YouTube channel. And if I talk to somebody on the phone and they come out and say, oh, I talked to Leslie on the phone and she said X, Y, Z, I have no proof to defend myself and say otherwise. So, yes, if I'm on the phone with somebody, especially if it's like some sort of altercation type where we had already caught Joe lying to all of us at this point. She would talk to Britters and say, Britters said X, Y, Z. And then Britters would talk to me or TT or somebody else, and we would ask her, and Britters would say, no, I didn't say that. Or Joe would say something to Britters, and Britters would tell us that she said it. And when we would ask Joe, Joe would say, Britters is lying. It's funny because Britters or me or TT would always say, well, no, we didn't say that. But Joe would always say, they're lying. Britters is lying. She automatically labeled us a liar. Whereas us, we would say, well, no, we didn't say that. Maybe she's like misunderstanding. Maybe she took something that I said.
Yeah, you give your friend the benefit of the doubt. You're like,
she always
labeled
us a liar from jump. If I would say, well, Britta said you said this, Joe, she's a liar. Britta's just a liar. Well, Adria said you said this, Joe, Adria's a liar. She's a liar. Not once did she say, well, maybe they misunderstood a thing. Maybe I'm remembering something wrong. None of that. So when I asked Joe, so yes, if you want to be mad at me because I recorded me and Joe talking, be mad at me. But my thing is somebody that records themselves and is willing to play it, obviously they have nothing to hide. So that's what I got to say to that. But when I asked Joe, why are you mad at me? She said, because you've been distant with me, because you've been mean to me, and because you chose to hang out with them bitches over me or something to that effect. And I was blown away. I said, Joe, first off, I've never in my life been mean to you. So this is like news to me. I said, but first off, I don't know how I've been distant with you, Joe. In the last 3 phone calls we've had, it's been me calling you, Joe. I said, and I've been in your streams, whereas you have not been in a stream of mine since I come back to YouTube. Since I come back on live streams in February,
Absolutely hasn't.
you have not been in one of my streams, Joe.
You know what? Sorry.
Hear me?
I don't mean to cut anybody off, but you know what? Someone in chat can go and tell Joe, I haven't done a damn thing to Joe. You know what I did to Joe? Joe was basically making me pick sides. And then I find out Joe is talking to Kim and Cece. And that's when I dipped, because I was like, you know what? I'm not going to be friends with Joe and be a part of this shit when she's trying to literally take Leslie down. Her words. And Joe, why don't you come on here? Like, come on here. Like, I
which is like she's going to take Leslie down.
I want to protect Britters. Britters is pregnant. Britters is high risk. But you're going to talk shit about me on your channel?
Yeah. It's like, because she and Leslie have a disagreement, so she's going to take Leslie down. Like, how crazy is that? Let's be real about that. Like, we're defending ourselves.
She said,
do I have to take Joe down? I don't follow her damn channel.
Another thing she said that just really, I thought was just, I don't know, just dumb, honestly. She said, I don't want anything to do with y'all. Well, then why keep talking about us? Why keep talking about her?
Exactly.
Not me.
Exactly.
Well,
We don't want nothing to do with either.
Because I made a post on Perry's video. I mean, I don't know. Anyways, if she doesn't want anything to do with us, then quit talking about us. Like, quit putting Leslie's name in your stream. Quit. But she has nothing else to talk about. That's the thing. She has no content. She's not creative. She can't figure out anything else to stream about except for drama. So she creates it. And she keeps it going. And she keeps it going.
This is honestly what I was scared of.
Yeah,
this is what I was scared of. Like, when we had our falling out, one of the things that I thought about is, I was like, I hope she don't take to her channel about our friendship, dissolving or whatever, because I did not want the drama.
Which
But,
she immediately did.
Slowly, I started hearing things, and we was like, oh my God, she's going to try to start this war. And I did not want it. That's why, I haven't talked about it. Back when we first parted ways, someone asked me, like, hey, what's up with you and Joe? And I was like, oh, it's fine, I didn't want this. I swear to you guys, I did not want this. But when she asked me,
No, you did it.
when I asked her, what have I done to you? And I had us on a phone call, and she said those three things, that I was distant. I said, Joe, the last 3 times we talked on the phone, I called you. I've been the only one to hop in a stream. You've not been in my stream since February. I've tried to support you. I said, Joe, just the other day I was in your stream. Even though I was unsure of where our friendship was, I hopped in your stream to be supportive. And she said, well, yeah, I know. I had to shut the stream down because I was so hurt. And I was like, what do you mean you were hurt? I was like, you was hurt that I was in your stream? Yes. I said, why, Joe? Like, how did me coming in your stream to be supportive of you, how did that hurt you? Like, I don't get it. Hey, baby. He's in there. He's in the kitchen. She said, well, I felt that it was forced. And I said, what do you mean it was forced? I said, Joe, no, we had a conversation on the phone like a couple days prior. And even when we got off the phone, I was still unsure of where our friendship, where it was. So I seen you was live today, so I hopped on to show you that I'm supporting you. That's what it was, Joe. I said, but you haven't been in my streams, I know, since February, probably before that. And she said, well, that's because of the time difference. You're never on when I'm awake. You go on when I'm asleep, which is funny because I stream earlier than Unirock does. But she's in a ton of his streams. She's even a member. Joe has never been a member to my channel. She's never been a Patreon, which is fine. I didn't need her to be. But if you're going to be that type of friend to say, well, you've been distant with me because you ain't been in my channel, you ain't been in my streams, or whatever that is, but then you got to hold yourself to the same standard, and you got to come be in my stream sometimes to show your support. Like, you can't be mad at me over something that you're doing worse for. Like, you have not been in my streams, and I know since February, possibly before that, you guys. But I'm being distant. The last 3 times I talked to Joe, I called her, but I'm being distant. Then I said, Joe, how have I been mean? Like, how have I been mean to you? She couldn't tell me. She said, well, I felt like you and I have this recorded. I said, Joe, how have I been mean to you? I said, Joe, because I try not to be mean to anyone. Even if I have an issue with them, I try not to be mean to them. Like, I try to talk to them in the most adult, mature way that I can. And she said, well, like, you chose Matt Byers' friendship over me. And I was like, what? I was like, what in the world would make you think that I chose Matt Byers' friendship over you? Like, I don't understand that. I was like, Joe, every time that Matt Byers come to me, like, griping about you, I would tell him that you were my friend. So how did I do that? She couldn't give me, that was the only excuse. And I said, and I don't know what bitches I chose over you, because the only people that I really talk to and hang out with all the time is my kids. And if you're calling them bitches, we got a problem. And she couldn't give me any reasons, really. She said, well, you haven't been in the chat that much lately. I said, Joe, I'm hardly ever in that chat. Like, there's times that I mean, the girls on here are in the chat. You guys, am I in the chat, like, very, very often? I'm not in there all day, every day. Like, I have to go in and out when I can because the kids. And it was the same with the chat with Joe. Like, I mean, I can show it, like, where I was literally, like, I would come in sometimes and just say, hey, guys, I'm catching up. And then not even finish catching up. And I would get busy with the kids. And
well, you went in the chat that one time and you went in there and she said that you made her uncomfortable. So you're like, what? You can't win. How are you supposed to win with this? Like, you make her uncomfortable if you go in, and then if you don't, then you're the bad guy.
Well, I told her, I said, Joe, if you're going to tell me that I made you uncomfortable by going in your streams, I'm not going to go back. But then you're going to complain that I'm being distant. So I don't know what you want me to do, Joe. Like, I don't know what you want to do, because you literally, I mean, she even said, Carl, how did I feel? Because I was like, what made you uncomfortable? I said, Joe, like, we had talked on the phone 2 days before that, and I thought it ended, like, on a decent note. So I seen that you was live, so I just hopped in. And she's like, well, I had to shut it off because I was crying so much.
Oh
and
my
I was
God.
like, why? Like, what, you know, for what? She was like, I don't know how I felt. Carl, how did I feel? And
Oh,
I'm
really?
like, why does Carl know how you felt? Why can't you tell me? And then she told me that I cannot tell her how to feel when she said that I was mean to her. I was like, Joe, how was I mean to you? She ended up saying, you can't tell me how to feel, Leslie. I said, Joe, I said, actually, it me being your friend, if you're telling me that I was mean to you or that you felt like I was mean to you, but you can't give me any examples of what I'd done to make you feel like I was being mean to you, then yeah, I can. I can tell you have no reason to feel like I was being mean to you because I wasn't. And, you know, my thing is like, I know
The whole
Joe is-
thing goes back.
Oh,
Sorry,
you
guys.
cut out, Tiff.
Go ahead, Tissy.
Am I delayed?
No.
Well, I was saying, like, the whole thing goes back to the Gumby thing. Sorry, I don't know. Am I cutting out still?
No,
Hold on,
no,
just
you're
wait a
good.
minute.
No, you're good.
Okay. Well, yeah, the whole thing goes back to the Gumby thing. She goes, which was an ongoing thing where she would go on stream and she would share information that people had asked her not to share for a variety of reasons. I mean, like, you know, friends have conversations. We don't expect you to immediately go on camera and then share what we just said. So, you know, it's like, Joe, what the hell? Really? Can you just not do this? And instead of just like respecting that simple request, she then starts spinning all of this crap. Well, you've done this and you've done this and you've done that. And we're like, excuse me, what the hell? What are you doing here? Like, I remember having several conversations with her on those days afterwards where I was like, Joe, would you please just work this out? Enough of this. Please, like, I'm just asking you. She's like, well, Leslie's lying. Well, this person's lying. And I'm like, Leslie's not lying. You need to go talk to Leslie and work things out. She was more concerned with the public perception of her and Leslie's friendship. Immediately after the Gumby thing, all she wanted to do, well, we need to go on a live. And me and Ashley were sitting there saying, we were like, Joe, no, you need to go work out your friendship issues. You don't need to go on a damn live. Well, I mean, the grannies are going to be talking about this. Okay, let them talk. Go work out the friendship is what's important. It was at that moment where I was like, okay, I think that she's more concerned with her damn channel and what people think on her channel than she is of her actual friendships. It was kind of a little light bulb moment there. And then ever since then, this is how it's been. All because Joe would not admit or wouldn't just acknowledge that, like, we didn't want our shit shared.
Yeah. Anyone's like, TT talks fast.
TT wakes up and drinks 5 Red Bulls for breakfast. I actually put in the chat, I said, TT, slow down.
I was going to say, like, you guys
Sorry.
need
I don't know how to. When you watch the replay, just put it on like half speed and then it'll be perfect.
I was going to say really quick, like, you know, I looked back into some tweets that Joe had made back in August. And back in August, when the Leslie Katie Colin situation was going on, guess who was backing Katie? Even back then, Joe was. Even back then, Joe was backing Katie. So honestly, I'm not surprised that she's backing Katie because she only stopped because Katie blocked her. So once Joe gets monetized, it's like, okay, I don't need Leslie no more. That's what it seems like to me. It's like she makes up this lame ass excuse and drops people.
Are we still here?
Right, go ahead.
Yeah.
Unless you have information for her.
That's a good point. That's a real good point. And like the thing about it is, like, she's dishonest. So it's no loss. You know, there's no loss in losing her as a friend or anything, because really she's a very dishonest person, and that's been proven. I mean, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out that she is dishonest, and she's lied about multiple things, and she's two-faced. So there's really no loss in losing people like that, because like Leslie and I would rather be honest than have whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like my thing too is like, okay, like for some reason, I'm the target with Joe. Like, even though if you guys go to my Twitter, I have not said anything about Joe. If you guys go to my Instagram, nothing about Joe. If you guys go to my YouTube, just today I posted something about Joe. Now, for my membership and my Patreon members, Yes, yesterday I made a post, but that's because Joe has done 2 streams where she's talking about me and the other girls. Behind the scenes, she was talking to a lot of people saying that we were doing things either that we didn't do or that she was like doing there with us and we were doing things to help her out, but she was blaming us for it. So these other girls got mad. They got on Twitter and started defending themselves. But the second they did, she started texting people saying, "Oh, Leslie don't want this. Why come for me? I was your friend, Joe. To this day, I've done nothing but try to help you and be nice to you. I'm the reason your channel's monetized right now, Joe. That and because you bought subs. But anyways, but I done that. I went out of my way to promote her when people was telling me, oh, I don't really like her. I get bad vibes from her. I still promoted her, okay? But because other people stood up for themselves when I remained silent, you know, am I in a group chat with these ladies? Yes. Did I see what they said? Yes. Afterwards, I seen some of it, and then one night I was up active in the group chat, seeing what was going on, but I did not post anything. I've been silent. So, but what is Joe going to do today? Come after me. What is her and her little people going to say? Oh, Leslie started this. Leslie's the troublemaker.
Yeah.
Joe's the troublemaker. Joe started this, and Joe has screwed over multiple people, not just me, but multiple people. I mean, we got people in here right now saying, Joe screwed me over, Joe screwed me over, Joe screwed me over.
And she just throwing Leslie's name in there to get views. I mean, that's all it is. So she can put 57 commercials in a 20-minute video. that's why she's putting Leslie's name in there. So,
but she don't know how to take
literally
the
put
ads out.
57 videos in it. You know what? How many was it? How many did I count?
Like 19.
I
Yesterday-
forgot. It was like
yesterday,
ridiculous. Like
yeah.
41 minutes, and it was like 15.
Exactly, Rebecca. Joe was testing the waters yesterday. Ever since we stopped being friends, she's been testing the water, dropping little bits of stuff here and there, knowing that people would assume that she was talking about me, but she wanted to see how they would react. But by now, she has enough of Katie's followers in there that she's getting the reaction that she wants. She's lost some subs. I have plenty of people in here that can tell you they unsubscribed to Joe because of this situation and because Joe, like, defending Katie or whatever. She's lost some subs, but now she's gaining the ones that she got from, like, her defending Katie and stuff. And they don't like me for whatever reason because apparently I'm a bully when literally they defend the biggest bully on YouTube. But okay, that's fine. That's fine. I can.
Joe leaves out that you and I literally came in there and told her, Joe, you know, like, because she was still like tweeting mean tweets about Katie back in April. And we both were like, look, you know, all of this has gone too far. You know, I thought that Steve had gone too far. I thought that Steve and Sherelle collaborating was a little crazy and stuff. And we were the ones who brought that to her. And we're talking to her about it. We're like, yeah, I think that this is wrong. You know, I think he needs to back off. I mean, obviously, if Katie says something, then criticize her. But like, Katie was kind of, I don't know, seemed to me like she was kind of leaving shit alone at that point.
That's the thing.
So,
People don't like Steve. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, no, you're fine. But I mean, it's like now she's saying that, like, oh, well, my friends just, you know, because I wouldn't go against Katie. Please go look at my sock accounts that you've already, or the one sock account that you've already outed, which I don't care because I tell anybody who pretty much asks me anyways. You know, go look at that. I defended Katie on that because I want to defend what I think is right. Just like I defend Leslie when I think that she's right. I defended Joe at times against people when I thought they were doing shit to her. But I'll also call her ass out whenever I think she's doing something wrong.
And that's my thing is like, Joe is putting out this narrative that we could quit being friends with her because she defended Katie. Not true. My friend Adria, after me and Steve quit being friends and Steve was going on stream saying XYZ about me, Adria was friends with him. Never once did I ask Adria to not be friends with him. I had nothing to do with their friendship. That was none of my business. TT's been in you. I've been in Unirod streams.
You got it recorded where you told her, I don't care if you're
Yeah, I
friends
have
with
it
Katie.
recorded where I told her I don't care if
you're
you talk
friends with
like
Katie.
I don't care what you want. I don't care what you do on your channel. One time I asked her to ease up on Matt Buyer because I was getting crap for it. But I told her, like, is it uncomfortable for me if I go in her chat and she's got all these people that talk crap about me in her chat now defending Katie? Yes, it's uncomfortable, which is why I don't stay. But anytime I would see that she was live and she wasn't defending Katie, if it was like a card reading, I would try to watch. Even if I didn't comment, I would try to watch to give her the view. But I'm not going to stay on a stream where everybody's talking about how great Katie is, because I remember what Katie done to me. She's not this victim. Joe's not some victim. Like, and she can sit there, like she's on her channel right now trying to out me for things. Even when all I've done to this point is defend myself. Like, she got on a stream earlier with my name of the title, and because I offered to come on, now she's trying to out me for stock accounts. Go ahead, Joe.
Yeah.
Out me.
And what does that have to do with the friendship stuff? What does, if Leslie had a stock account, or if anybody had a stock account, what does that have to do with this right now? Exactly, is what I'd like to know. And make sure that
she's deflecting.
Yes, exactly.
Joe is deflecting.
Oh, they did this bad.
She's
They did that bad.
deflecting.
Joe, do you want to talk about what you did? You want to talk about what you did bad? We can do that.
Also, can I say something really quick? Can I say something really quick? Okay, so right now, Joe has Kim, Amy, and Lauren in her chat. The three people who hurt Joe so much months ago, hurt them the most. But now that we're all no good to Joe, now we are all becoming the bad people. And look who's back in there like dirty snakes. Lauren, Kim, and Amy. And
But you
Am.
wanna
Yeah,
know
after
something?
she gonna try
And
to blame
You want to
Kim.
know something?
Hold
Joe,
on, hold on.
not long ago, was wanting to contact Lauren's brother, who is a congressman or something like that. He's a politician. Joe wanted to contact him to complain about Lauren and what Lauren was doing on the internet. Okay? When Joe was telling us that her daughter was being attacked on social media and that people was making fake Instagram accounts in her daughter's name, and she wanted to report it. How could she report it? She needed to know Lauren's information. So we helped her with that, only for her to turn around and tell people that we were doing background checks and she didn't agree with it. What? Really, Joe?
Right.
What?
Right.
It's okay, really quick. I just want to say to everybody in the chat, everyone who's watching, it is very easy when it comes to Facebook messages, and Joe showed me this. If Joe is going to start putting out Facebook messages, make sure you ask, well, click the name at the top. I want to see it go to the profile. If she don't do that,
Well,
it's not freaking real.
Because we all know she can fake screenshots now.
Yeah, and she ain't above it. I mean, she tried to do it before. She probably
We
has
did.
done it, honestly. Like, that's the thing, like, with Joe. And that's why I don't know. I mean, that's why she's not a loss to Leslie and Leslie's channel or y'all as friends or whatever, because she's dishonest. You never know what she's
I
going
have
to
a question. Hey, Hannah Bananas or anybody that used to like be in with maybe Uni's Discord or mod, do you guys know the exact date that they talked about my arrest? Do you guys know if it was?
It was a Saturday. It was Saturday, Leslie. It was Saturday evening.
Was it a Saturday or a Monday?
Saturday. It was Saturday.
We're not have to go bail you out.
Saturday.
It was the day of it.
It's so funny to say that.
Because I was in there.
Freaking jailbird.
The reason I'm asking is because I was arrested on a Friday night and I got out Saturday around 10. If anybody had that information Saturday, it wouldn't even make sense unless they were talking to the police station some sort of way. Because my mom knew, my husband knew, and that was it. It was not posted
on any newspaper,
anywhere till Monday morning.
They didn't announce it on Facebook or nothing. Like, we literally thought, like, we got a couple days to try to,
I was honestly hoping that nobody on YouTube would find out because I knew how it would look. I mean, who could really say, oh, I was falsely arrested for running from the police and drugs? I mean, everybody's going to be like, what? Yeah, sure you are. Sure you are. I knew that it would not look good. So I was hoping that I could be vindicated before you guys found out. So I could say, yes, I was arrested, but I really didn't do anything. Like 100%. I mean, I did not have drugs in my car. I was not running from the police. I did not do that. So I was praying to God that you guys wouldn't find out. And if anybody found out on Saturday,
hey,
unless they were in direct communication with my police department.
Leslie, someone in the chat
and that police department thing came from your lawyer.
Sorry, I hate cutting people off. Someone in the chat named Jay said it was a Saturday. I was in there too, not to support him. Yes, it was a Saturday night because Katie went live Saturday night too.
I mean, I'm pretty sure we can figure it out exactly, but
Well, my only thing is if anybody talked about it on Saturday, there was not one. It was not out anywhere. My grandmother didn't even know. Like, so nobody found out. Like, my family found out Saturday after I got out, as my mom was getting me out, probably around that time. But like, nobody else found out until Monday when it went up on like Facebook and on the radio. So if anybody knew before then, I don't even know how they would know.
yeah, well, that's been a question in my mind for a while now. Like,
I'm losing the chat. I don't know
Well,
why.
and
I
the whole
can't see
thing
the
about
living,
like the calling the police.
yeah.
TT's talking, but she's cutting
Oh,
out.
she's cutting out.
Am I cutting out?
You are.
Hold on. Freaking internet. Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Everybody's cutting out.
She left accidentally. She'll probably come back.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Do I sound all country spied?
Oh shoot. Dove, Kitty, and Amzie are getting along?
Oh, isn't that wonderful?
Can I just point something out?
Please.
I didn't clickbait your name, Leslie, and I have 76. I'm like, I didn't clickbait your name.
What letters?
I said I didn't
Right.
clickbait your name. 70.
I mean, I don't mind
76 watching.
title. I don't like people put my name in the title. Then it's gonna talk crap about me.
Man,
trying to put off my name.
Yeah, that's some bullshit. And they're still going on.
Kennedy's
Well, it
funny.
is. It's just. It's funny that she's talking all this time, but whenever you were in there and you're like, Joe, talk, say what you got to say. Oh, I've said everything. I don't have anything to say. Really?
Well, when Leslie left, she had a lot to say.
That's how she is because she wants to have a place where she can spread all of her lies without anybody challenging
And all her manipulation.
Yep.
Exactly.
Like
Twisted
that
and
stream
turning everything.
yesterday. I have earbuds
Well,
in.
like
Am I too loud, y'all?
No, you're good.
You're good.
Okay.
Like the disabled child thing on the sock account.
Oh.
You know, it's like she wrote that. I mean, we don't have to go all into that, but like
But
it's like
Joe,
now she's
hold
like,
on,
but I
wanna
do
say,
have a daughter.
Joe, if you have a disabled child, and I'm not here to try to bring up children, but why put it on a sock account? Why
Exactly.
not put it on your account? Chit-chat with me.
Exactly.
Like, you're already talking crap
Oh,
about
I'd
me.
love to talk about that stream yesterday.
No, but
I'd love
exactly.
to.
Why?
The point was she was criticizing Katie's experience as a mother of a disabled child, where she's like, I know what it's like because I'm a mother of a disabled child. Not the same thing, Joe. Not the same thing. Okay.
No, it's not. Her
No.
mother, her parents might feel this way, but not Joe.
Right. And there's nothing. We're not criticizing Joe for having, putting her daughter up for adoption. That's a
Not one bit. Not at all.
That had nothing to do with it. But yeah, don't say that you know what it's like to raise a disabled child. You didn't raise a disabled child, Joe. That's the truth.
I can attest to that. I have. I still am. So that's bullshit.
Exactly.
I thought she didn't
And
want to
it's like,
talk about her child on her channel.
she's the one
And
who
then
brought her
yesterday,
child up.
I had
You know
no
what?
idea her child was sick or had disabilities. Honest to God, I had no idea.
Nobody. Yeah. How are we supposed to know that? And it's your fault that you did. Well, I don't even know. Go ahead.
And if I heard it or seen it, and I'll attest to that. But I didn't know. But it still is upsetting to me to see her do that stream about her birth daughter, I'll call her. Maybe I'm going to be wrong about that. Because when someone had pulled up all her records about her daughter and all that, they said Joe came on stream and said she don't want her daughter spoken about. She's not comfortable with all that. And then boom, yesterday, it's her daughter. And detailed information about her. I'd like to know how she feels about that, and I'd also like to know about her parents that raised her feel about it.
Well, and it was just a deflection. She picked that to go on and on about. Why don't you talk about the fake screenshots you were trying to make about Kim? which I didn't even know about till a week ago. And somebody told me, and I was like, what the hell? Are you serious?
Yeah, that blew my mind as well.
And Britters,
Yeah,
are you
she likes to
not-
talk about this disabled child thing
Britters,
because she don't want to
You
talk
were
about
the
the other
one that
stuff.
brought the fake screenshots to my attention, did you not?
Yeah, I called you right after she was telling me about it because she sent me those 2 screenshots that I sent you, and then she sent me like a whole thing. And I told her, I was like, Joe, that's crazy. I was like, 1, it sounded exactly like Joe. It's just stupid. And 2, I was like, that's gonna hurt so many people. I don't want to be involved in that. Leslie doesn't need the backlash from it if they find out it was you. So I'm calling Leslie. And she was like, no. We don't want Leslie to be involved. Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay. So I hung up and I called you right away.
Yeah, and when Britters called me, we were on the phone, and she was just, I mean, Britters, let me tell you guys, I don't remember when this happened. Do you remember when this happened? How long ago it was? Well, maybe February? I don't know. I don't want to say a day because I really don't remember. But I remember Britters calling me and telling me that she had been talking to Joe, and that Joe was
You're
trying to fake these
freezing a
screenshots.
bit.
She sent me the picture of Kim and like a screenshot of what was being said. And I was just like, I want no part of that. Like, that is just like, no. Because the thing is that'll get back to my sister. If somebody leaks that, it's going to go, people's going to believe that Kim done it, right? And as much as me and Kim have our issues, and I wish, she would leave me alone and stop talking about me, and they would just move on and have a channel where they can do something positive with it. I don't want somebody to be canceled for something they don't deserve, because I know how that feels. I know how it feels for people to try to cancel you and call you something that you're not, or say something that you didn't do. And it does not feel good.
Yeah.
It's not good for your mental health.
It's happening right now.
To do that. So I was just like, I want no part of that. Like, that will get back to Flossie too, and then she's gonna believe that Kim done it. And Kim and Flossie were friends once upon a time, and I think that'll hurt her, And honestly, I don't even remember if I talked to Joe about it afterwards. Maybe I did. I may have brought it up to her. It may have been brought up in a group setting. I'm not sure. But I can say with certainty, even if it was, I never promoted that. Never. And I was very like, this would not be a good thing. Like, if this gets if this gets figured out to be you, Joe, like that, it's going to cancel you. And then it's going to be, I don't want to eat in the bathroom. Go put it in the microwave. And then it's going to like fall back on me, because Joe is Leslie's friend. Joe faked screenshots that looked like it was Kim. Leslie must have told her to do it. Like, I knew.
Yeah.
And, like the Andrew Glennon thing, and I'm going to tell you guys about the Andrew Glennon thing. At the time, Matt Beyer contacted me and was like, I think Andrew, it was put out there that Andrew Glennon may have been the person in communication with Katie, and it may have been him and Katie talking back and forth. And it may have been him that was like, oh, did you hear about, Crystal's son? And, that it was him in the screenshots. Matt Beyer called me and said that he was told that it was Andrew. And then, so that little rumor kind of went around, but it just didn't make sense to me. I was like, I doubt Andrew Glennon knows who Leslie, like, we talked on IG, but I don't think Andrew Glennon was in the YouTube world as much as we would like to think that he is, probably. I think, when I reached out to Andrew Glennon on IG, I think several people was reaching out to him, and he just kind of latched on to the one that he felt most comfortable with, which at the time I guess was Katie.
I don't think that.
But I think then they
after
become.
you announced it, she.
Well, yeah, after I announced it, she went to him, obviously.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, like, I don't think he watched YouTube before then. I think people reached out to him. He spoke to who he thought he felt comfortable speaking to. Then he was told not to trust me and Yasmin Woodland, so he quit talking to us
He
for a
spoke
minute.
to the person that told him not to trust everybody else.
Yeah.
I mean,
So, but to me, it just didn't make sense. Like, Andrew Glennon, like.
No, it didn't make sense. Well,
But
there's a recording where she admits
Yeah, and we
that
talked
she knew it
about
wasn't him.
We talked about it, like, back and forth, like, could it be Andrew? And I was like, maybe, I don't know. It just don't make sense to me. And, and then she, like, messaged him anyways. And then when she was called out on it by Katie, she was like, oh, I know it wasn't him. I was just screwing with him. Why? These screenshots were not something I wanted to be messed around with. And I did ask her that. I did say, well, and one time, this is to give you guys an idea of the type of friend that Joe was. One time, early on, before we all really like before like TT become like too much in the mix. She was on one of Joe's streams. TT was, and so was Flossie.
Mm-hmm.
And TT asked Flossie. She said, "Flossie, would you like for people to stop talking about the screenshots?" And Flossie said, "Yes, I would really like it if people stopped talking about screenshots." That comment was deleted. Flossie's comment.
She deleted my comment. Yes.
She deleted the comments, and then continued.
And I'll tell you too, I don't always agree with what some of the people in the quote troll group do or whatever. But when that happened, Tina, I'll cut you. I sent her a screenshot of that, and she went to the troll group and she put that up, and she was like, "Look, y'all, we're not talking about the screenshots anymore." Which I thought that was, whatever. I thought that was big of her. She, who's not even like your quote unquote friend, was willing to stop talking about it, but then Joe wouldn't. It's kind of telling.
No, because Joe was all about getting views and stuff.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
he's on Joe's channel right now.
I'm not gonna give that girl time of day. I will not.
No.
She don't even want to go
She's
into that
probably
about what all happened with
She
her.
should. Yeah. Let me
And
cut
she's just trying to
my
insert
mouth.
herself into the drama because she needs some attention. That's all it
What
is.
is-
Right.
Just go
what
on. AMC, go be friends with Joe. Y'all are very similar. Go on.
Yeah, she gets mad because what?
What is the old saying? Birds of a shit feather
Okay.
flock together.
Yeah.
She needs to be
right.
at home
She
taking
wanna-
care of herself.
She want to talk about
and
how
her
she sent me a
family.
DM with a picture of my freaking address and my parents' name. She want to talk about that? Crazy bitch.
And I want to say somebody said, oh, that like in Joe's stream when I said I didn't like know Joe before she started her channel. Somebody tried to say that they doubted that. The thing is I didn't. Did Joe message me? Yes. But Joe goes by different names on like all of her social media accounts. Like right now, it's like Chitter Chat with me. Sometimes it's like she changes her. I don't even know what her YouTube channel was when she first started out. Right? I knew I had a Joanne, a Joanna, a Joe, a JoJo. I get messages, hundreds of messages a day sometimes. So had I talked to Joe beforehand? Yes, I had talked to her beforehand. Did she tell me, "Oh, I'm starting a channel to defend you"? No. So when this channel come out, I had no idea if it was somebody I had talked to before. Like, I figured it probably was, but I talked to a lot of people. So, no,
Emmy-
I was not aware that Joe was going to start a channel.
No, and
I
Emmy
appreciate her,
Potato Head, as far as me and Leslie knew about those fake Kim screenshots, Joe was supposed to have stopped that because we told her,
I
no,
told her not to do that. So that's, I was like, you guys, that is not a good idea. Like, as much as I dislike Kim, I don't want to like ruin somebody with a lie, and if that was to ever come back on Joe, it would come back on me.
No,
yeah,
Everybody blames me for what Joe does.
that's sick anyways. 'cause
I mean,
if
you want
Kim
to know
didn't
the
make
truth
those
about the
screenshots,
screenshot,
why
not
would
a
you
lie.
wanna-
Like, what good
why
does that
would
do
you-
anybody?
Why would you want to blame somebody for those screenshots that didn't make them? That's sick. I mean, that makes no sense. Well, like, why do stuff like that? I know why, but look, when she first went on, this is another thing I want to point out. When she first got on, and we were told, "Hey, Joe's streaming about Leslie right now," me and Leslie got in, like we both went in because we were sitting in the room talking, and then I don't remember who told us she was streaming, but anyways, so we both go to Joe's channel or whatever, and we start commenting, and like the first, we weren't being rude.
To who? What are you on?
Joe,
no.
when she first started screaming, I said, "Who is Leslie's game?" Instantly removed, comment removed. Then I was
Exactly.
like, "Joe, what did Leslie do to you?" And then I noticed that, like, and I got screenshots of this. I ain't been in there 2 minutes, and I'm just like, "Joe, what did Leslie do to you?" And like the message that I typed was like, grayed out. You know what I'm saying? Like, what does that mean though? That I was muted, right?
He was muted.
She could not even comment. She
I
was
couldn't comment.
blocked.
I literally had already put like 3 things in there to realize that like when I went in on my account, Leslie Bass, I was like already hidden. I don't think they seen anything that I said. So I had to go in through the Bass chat, and what I put was, "Joe, what have I done to you? Let me come on, Joe. I'll talk to you." And Dove Kitty said, "No, you won't, Leslie."
Yeah.
Dove Kitty. This is what I said to you.
I don't know who Dove
And-
Kitty is, but I don't like her.
Dove Shitty is what her name needs to be.
Dove-
Anyways, I don't know who Dove Kitty thinks she is. Me and Joe had a friendship a lot longer than Dove Kitty. And my thing, Dove Kitty, is, you know what? You may be a great person. I don't know. You may be. But when you stick by somebody like Joe, and then they turn around and they stab you in the back, and they turn around and go on streams talking crap about you, you're going to be over here on our side. And we'll probably welcome you to it. But because that's what happens. That's what happens with people when this type of stuff happens. It's like you don't realize everything Joe's been feeding you is probably more than likely a lie. I will be 1,000% transparent with anybody. Why won't Joe? When I gave Joe the opportunity to talk, why didn't she talk?
How many people used to be on the other side? You know what I'm saying? Like, how many people used to be on the other side? And once they see the light, it's not like we're like, oh, no, you're a shitty person. Like, the person I have, like, one of the biggest problems with is Nadia. Oh, my God, that woman is, if she is one, I don't know what she is, but she could be a man. I don't know. It's just
she just brings my name up on
she is constantly talking about Leslie. But if she was to, like, finally see the light and come
if
to
she
our
was
side,
to contact me
I
and
would be
talk to
like,
me,
hey,
I would talk
what's
to her.
up? You know, I'm glad you saw the light. I'm glad you see the truth behind everything, and you stop being deceived. But, you know, I don't care who it is. And besides Unirock, I'll never accept him. I don't like him. If I ever see him,
Don't threaten.
I allegedly might punch him in the face.
Allegedly.
But anyways, back to what I was saying. If Kim was,
What, baby?
hold on. Yeah, don't worry about that. We'll have to. I don't know. I just had to do.
We'll look
redo
at it.
my-
Okay.
But
Don't let me. Nothing.
it's
We'll
nothing.
fix
Don't
it.
worry about it. But anyway,
Kitty, we are not bashing you, Dove Kitty. We are saying, Dove Kitty, that when Joe turns her backs on you and fucks you over, you'll see. It's pretty funny and ironic that Amzi is sitting on there right now, and all the people who helped Joe start the rumor that I faked miscarriages. What are you gonna do now, Joe? Try and start a rumor that I'm not actually pregnant?
Joe is
Like,
playing.
Did you hear that she's playing phone calls? What phone call is she playing? Which one did she record? Because she never told me she was recording anything.
Now. That's a real
Oh yeah,
thing.
exactly.
Stop playing mine with her.
No, there's
Yeah, but
Yeah.
What
is
does
a
she have there? She didn't have any evidence when she was on the phone. She's like, oh, let me find it. And then she played somebody that wasn't even net.
And
And
that
then
wasn't
she's like,
me.
let me find it. She never found nothing. Okay. You know, and she never said anything else about it. You know, she was happy that we just kind of glazed over that and just, you know, went on about the conversation. And nobody ever was like, oh, well, where's your proof at? And now she's going to play these phone conversations where the most she might have is Leslie, like, being mad about something that somebody said and, like, going off about it. Like, so what? I promise you,
Who cares?
Joe, there's way
no,
worse stuff.
you can't. Bye.
So y'all gonna be mad at somebody because they made a psych account where they defended certain people, or y'all gonna be mad because somebody tried to fake some
Thank you for that,
screenshots?
Britt.
Or made a fake psych account to claim they had a disabled child. Who y'all gonna be mad at? Who's the shittiest person? It's like a race. Who is it, you guys? Like, come on. I will tell you guys why I will record a phone call. Because I am a YouTuber who has gotten a lot of crap. I've been on the phone with several people, and then them turn around and say, Leslie said this. Or when I say, but you said that on the phone. No, I didn't.
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. Or you said that. No, I didn't.
Exactly.
So I record phone calls, absolutely, so I can have the truth. So when somebody says that I didn't say something or that I did say something, I can say, no, here it is. This is the truth. My thing is, recording phone calls is to be transparent.
Yeah, to prove that you didn't say something. Because people have made.
And you don't put them out.
Hold on. My thing is, the only time I recorded Joe was our last 2 phone calls, and that was after we were starting to have a falling out. I never recorded Joe any other time. At the time that I did record her was when we were already starting to have problems, and I was already hearing, like, she had told Britters something, and when Britters told me, I said, hey, Joe, Britters said this, and she said, Britters is a liar. I didn't say that. Britters is lying. So I was like, dang, I don't want, when me and her to talk, I don't want her to go around saying that I was lying about something, or to say Leslie said this or Leslie said that. So I recorded it so she could not turn around and lie on me about what was said in that phone call.
And let's be real. If Joe had anything to say about Leslie or against Leslie, she would have spoke up. I guarantee it. She would have spoke up. All the opportunities that she was given, she didn't say nothing. Then when Leslie gets done, like completely done, she's like, all right, Joe, here's your chance. Oh no, I can't talk with you on here. Like, how many people been in an argument with somebody else and you know you're right? Did you just back down and say, oh no, I can't talk? No, you're like, no, that's not true. I can tell you exactly what happened. You sit there and you defend your side. She wasn't doing that at all. Oh, why? It wasn't because Leslie was cutting her off. Because
I stopped plenty of times.
Yeah, you stopped plenty of times, and then like, let's be real. If she had something with real substance to it, she would have cut Leslie off. She would have been like, no, hold up, you know.
Wait, so look it up to see if in the UK you can record phone calls. My thing too is like, yes, I got on her stream like upset. I did.
UK's
because
laws on
I've
that.
actually tried very hard to not make this a public thing. And, you know, people that me and Joe had in common as friends, they decided to defend themselves publicly because Joe has been saying things behind the scenes and because Joe has been saying things on streams. And we all know who she's talking about. So, yes, those people decided to defend themselves. And because they decided to defend themselves, it's Leslie's fault. Oh, I'm gonna talk
what I
about
said on Twitter has nothing to do with Leslie. Like, it's my issue between me and Joe. Leslie, I mean, I don't think Joe understands the concept of friendships, where it's like there's not one person that's the boss and who tells you what to do. Like, Leslie and I are friends. If I do something that you know she has a problem with, she'll come and talk to me about it. But I mean, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, Leslie and Joe weren't ever friends. Leslie thought they were friends, but that's not what Joe's intentions were. But I don't know. This whole thing is just a mess. And
Okay,
she kept saying,
hold on. It is illegal to share a phone call without consent. If it is illegal, I will be filing a report. If it's illegal, because I know over here it's not illegal, but if it's illegal over there, I'll file a report. Well, honestly, I don't care because I will be transparent with whatever I've done. My thing is the way Joe wants to say, oh yeah, I've done things. I done things too. I never proclaimed to be perfect. But literally, out of everybody, like, I was one of the ones that done the least. Like, because for one, I don't like to be in, like, messiness. I really don't. I don't have the time for it. It causes me to be stressed out.
Kidding.
it's very aggravating.
It's aggravating.
We got a lot going on over here with 6 kids, and like on a daily basis. And when there's drama like this like consumes our day or consumes her day, it makes it really hard on me and the things that I have planned. It makes it hard on her and the things that she has planned. It takes away from her channel and her real content that she's trying to make.
Yeah.
And you know, Joe kept on saying like, "Oh, well, Leslie's working behind the scenes." She kept telling people Leslie's working behind the scenes.
All I was a friend to her behind the scenes. I was just a friend. She would call me. She would vent. I would listen.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, people call Leslie and they talk crap about other people, and Leslie listens. And she might, if she don't like that person or that person,
I might be like, oh, I know that.
Yeah, exactly. She might be like, oh, I know that person has done this and this and that to me. That's not working behind the scenes. That's having a phone conversation with somebody. It's a big difference.
Exactly, Rebecca.
They love to take things and manipulate them and twist them to make it sound like somebody's being this horrible person behind the scenes.
Somebody go download her video where she's playing the phone call between me and her. Which, you know, I mean, my thing is, I recorded it, so I don't really remember. Which phone call is it, though?
Yeah, but you didn't put it out. That's the difference. You recorded it for your...
Let me see.
But
I don't even want to go over there because I know it'll get me, like...
riled up.
But my thing is, I did not use Joe. If I was going to use somebody to help me, it wouldn't have been an unknown. It's like when they asked Kim Kardashian, people saying you married Chris Humphries for publicity. And Kourtney Kardashian said, well, if she was going to marry someone for publicity, why would she marry someone that was actually famous, that people actually knew? If I was going to use somebody, why would I use somebody that nobody knew, that I would have to promote? Oh, you guys, go watch her too, because she's helping me. No, I didn't need help anyways. I was doing just fine on my own. Did I appreciate it? Absolutely. I did. And because she came on the scene so hard for me, I was her friend, and I tried to be there for her, and I tried to guide her. There was times she done things that I disagreed with, and I would say, "Oh, I don't know if I agree with that," you know. But I always still, I never publicly bashed her. I never publicly said that I disagree with anything that she done. Really, I mean, there were times I would say, "Well, me and Joe, we don't always agree on the same things," but I did not want to make a big deal out of like things that she done, because people would say like, you need to disassociate yourself from Joe. She's gonna ruin your channel. She's gonna bring your channel down, and I still didn't. Hold on.
It's okay. She wants mama.
What?
Who done it? If I download can somebody go record that? TT, can you go record that?
Yeah, I'll go record it.
Because of her, I don't know what she's recorded, but I've talked to Joe 2 times. The last 2 times I talked to Joe on the phone, it was more about our friendship and what happened. And of course, she's probably going to play the worst part of me where I was like flipping out, because I did flip out a couple times on her. I admit I did. And that was the last phone call.
Shit, that was nothing.
The last phone call we had, though, was because Joe took a screenshot of what my husband said in a comment on a channel, and she sent it around to people with an emojis like this, saying, "I just can't." My husband made a comment saying that Katie and Uni are hypocrites, and that for months they have like bullied me and harassed me, and if they're racist, they deserve to be called out for that. That was like the gist of my husband's comment. Joe, my friend, took screenshots of this comment, sent it to a bunch of people, put it in our Discord, and under it put, "Oh my God, I just can't," and put hands like this. And she sent it to me too. She sent a screenshot of that comment and sent it to me with this, a bunch of these emojis, which bothered me because I was like, what? My husband ain't saying nothing, Joe, that you ain't said a million times on your channel about Katie and Uni before you started like defending them. When you first come out on the scene, Joe, you said way worse about Katie and Uni. So what's the problem?
And here's the thing, like, yeah, I check with her a lot of times to see if, you know, if she thinks a comment that I make might cause her problems or whatever. But I'm a grown ass man. Like, I'm going to say what I want to say. The only reason why I check with her is because I care about her feelings and I don't want to cause her problems. But I'm going to be honest, like, I found videos about Unirock from over a year ago where all kind of people were like talking about how he's a liar. He misreports things. He lies on purpose. He doesn't. I mean, this is from over a year ago. Apparently, in the community he was in before, or whatever you want to say. Like, but there's all kind of videos from all kind of different creators that were like blasting Unirock for like lying and reporting false information on purpose. And trying to disprove them and trying to slander them and make them out like they were lying, but really he's lying. And so, and I found that, and then everybody knows what Katie does. I mean, I can go on for days about the things that she does that are vile, like the things that she did to Leslie, the things that she's done to that BX Beast Boy. You know, it's just an example. And all the content that she puts out, all the bad mouthing Leslie, talking about Leslie like she was a piece of crap when they were supposedly friends. You know, I've sat here and I've witnessed all this. So, of course, I want to see them be taken down. Unirock and Katie, of course, I don't like them. And I mean, why is there thousands, millions of movies out where the good guy takes the bad guy down?
Everybody likes to see a good guy.
Everybody likes to see people who lie, manipulate other people, and take advantage of other people. Everybody likes to see people like that get what's coming to them, and for karma to catch up to them, and then for them to be taken down. So, of course, there's thousands of people that don't like Katie, don't like Unirock, and they want to see them taken down. I mean, that's common sense.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to say this. Somebody.
Hey, is Joe still live or is she gone off?
I think she's live because somebody said she was playing a recording of me on an audio telling people to record YouTube videos and share with people so they don't get the views. Which, yes, I'm sure I did say that, which probably I was asked, hey, how can we watch this without giving this person a view?
No,
And I'm
it's
not.
sure what I said was
It's not.
somebody record it and then send it to someone else. That's
Okay,
not a bad
I was
thing.
just
Who
gonna record it.
cares?
Oh
I didn't know
my
what
God.
Oh, that's so bad. Leslie, have me on there so they don't get the views. One person record it and share with the others. We don't want to give people the views. That's not a secret. I'm not going to lie about that. If Unirock says something about me on his channel, I'm not about to go give him a view to watch it.
Yeah.
I'm going to say, whoever watched it, please screen record it and send it to me. I don't want to give him the view for that because it makes them money.
Yeah.
And guaranteed, I will go find that recording, and more than likely somebody asked, hey, how can we view this without them making money off of it? So I'm the bad guy for that, but you're not the bad guy for trying to fake some screenshots?
Well, and I'm about to be the bad guy. Don't go watch Joe's video. Go watch it on HookTube. Okay? I said it, not Leslie.
Watch it on what?
HookTube.
HookTube.
I skipped her ass.
Don't
and
give
get
her
my
views.
thumbs down.
Do not let her start
Okay.
bullshit and lie about people and then get views for it. No,
No.
not gonna happen.
It's like, oh, Leslie
I'm
gives-
recording it. If anybody wants it, I'll send it to you.
that's like people saying that Leslie goes and gives people thumbs down almost. It's almost like the same thing. It's like, or Leslie skips their ads or something. It's so stupid. It's so
Who
petty.
cares if you do? I can choose
Yeah,
to
I
do
know.
that. I'm
I
like,
skip, like anytime I click on one of Unirock's videos, I skip his ads and I give him a thumbs down. I don't like him. You know, I listen to him because I want to see what kind of BS they're putting out. You know,
Yeah, I'm sure they're in here watching. And my thing
come on.
is I will go on a stream on someone else's channel with anyone other than probably Katie and Beauty, because I'm done with that drama. That's not my drama. I moved on from that. I mean, I might would do one with them with a mediator. I don't know, but I would do one with anybody else, and even them. Like, I'm not scared of it, but I know they would try to use it to put it on their channel and it'd be a big thing. But I'm not scared of anybody. I have nothing to hide from anybody. To my friends who I trusted, did I say, hey, record the videos and share them with us so they're not getting more views? Yeah. Wow. Whoa. Big deal. You know, I trusted Joe. I 1,000% trusted Joe. Even to the point where when my sister said, don't trust her, I was like, no, I trust her.
well, and
And
I'm recording Joe's stuff now.
I wanted
Yeah.
this to stay behind the scenes. I did not want this public fight. I did not want it.
She kept on and kept
Joe
on and
wanted
kept
it.
on. I mean,
Mhm.
I don't know. Like,
Hey,
I know I'm not finna sit back and let people just say whatever they want to say and not put my 2 cents in. Like, people ain't gonna just sit on YouTube and talk crap about people that I care about. And I know when I know they're wrong. Like, here's the thing: if they were saying things that I know was true, even if it's somebody that I care about, I'm not gonna say nothing, because that's the type of person I am. Like, if you talking crap about somebody, and I don't care if I like you or not, but if you're talking crap about somebody and it's true, I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut. But if it's not true, I'm fishing to defend that person because it's not right.
Exactly.
You wanna give it a brush, spray her
but
hair down.
yeah, guys, is it okay if pretty soon? I'm getting kind of sore. If that's okay, just from sitting
Yeah.
here with kidney stones.
We can always talk later too, but it's too much for one damn stream
Well,
anyway.
you know what? I'm going to look into the laws of. I'm going to see what she shared. Hopefully, somebody's got it recorded.
Yep.
And if she wants to go down this road of making me look like a bad person, if she wants to join with Kim and them, who, by the way, I basically saved Kim, because had I not said no,
Yep.
you guys, that Joe would have went on with it. So
Yep.
if she wants to hang out with
Uh-huh.
those type of people
Well-
and they want to continue talking about me, if she wants to try to give them ammunition about me, then I will most definitely do what I can publicly, just legally to stop it.
Oh, really quick. Hi, Brand.
Literally, we're witnessing it right now. Thank you for proving our points, Joe.
Exactly. She's really honestly proved
She's a snake.
our point without us even having to put that video out. You know?
Thank you. Look what she's doing right now. She was on stream with AMZ. Does she want to? How much shit has she talked about
You
AMZ?
can't. But
Really?
here's the thing.
Which I talk shit about AMZ too, but I ain't her
Here's
friend.
the thing that me and Leslie realized. like way back in like December and January or whatever, like you really can't argue with people who don't have standards. Who
You can't.
you cannot argue and battle
No,
online with people and try to
can't.
prove yourself
And who
when
lie.
you're dealing with people who will lie
And
and they'll make stuff up because it's impossible. You're gonna lose because they're willing to cross a line that you're not willing to cross,
Exactly.
and they'll do it all day, every day. You know, if you come with something, they'll counter with something worse, regardless of whether it's true or not. And they'll take things that they know are false, and they'll manipulate and twist it to make it something that it wasn't. So, and like me and her, we have a standard, like we're not gonna do that to people, regardless of whether we like them or not. So we realized a long time ago you cannot argue with people like that. You cannot fight with people like that.
No.
That's kind of the reason why we just. That's one of the many reasons why we kind of let it go for a little while. And I don't care what anybody says. We did let it go for a little while. I kept on like trying to defend her, and she was like, "Just quit, just quit. It doesn't matter." And eventually we both stopped. But then we kind of got back into it. To where it's like, no, these people ain't gonna just say whatever they want to say about us. Like,
Yeah.
that's bull crap. But
That's
you know,
what you do. You
defending-
want to defend yourself when somebody's
defending
lying.
yourself is something different than trying to battle with them because you're just not gonna be able to go back and forth with people
And
who
I
like,
will
wow.
defend myself.
No, because they'll keep going
like
low
that.
when we've seen that.
Yeah, I was gonna say really quick, is there anything else you, Tiffany, or you, Leslie, want to say before I gotta go?
No,
Sorry.
I'm going to look into the UK laws, obviously.
I mean, I'm
Because my
It's
thing
legal.
is, if it's legal for me to share stuff, I will share stuff too. Because I'm not going to be painted out to be the bad guy. Because if we want to know who the bad guy was in mine and Joe's friendship, look at the content we put out. You can judge for yourself at who we are in our content, who the person is that don't give a F,
Yep.
who F with me, I don't effing care. You see you next
Yes.
Tuesday. I mean, that tells you all you need to know right there. In mine and Joe's relationship,
Well,
in our friendship, it was the same way. I was the nice one. She was the one that didn't give a crap. I tried to do what I could to be friends with her, and it bit me in the butt. And now she's trying to destroy me, which is not gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen, Joe.
no. Well, look, everyone but Joe is telling the same story. I think that's interesting. I'm saying it, you're saying it, you're saying it. Please,
How many mods has Joe lost?
everybody's saying the same story but Joe. So we all lying?
How many mods
Yeah,
has
exactly.
Joe
Half
lost
her
in the
moms.
past
I mean,
2 weeks?
I wonder if she's catching.
exactly. So it's
Why?
like, really, is it this grand conspiracy where we're all just lying for just fun because we care that much?
Yeah.
No. We've told Joe multiple times, leave us the hell alone. We don't want to do this with you.
Yeah,
But now you want it, Joe, you're going to get it.
yeah. I mean that
I'll tell the whole story if you want. We'll do it.
well, hey,
All right,
Outside. That's what he
found it
said.
outside. You just
all right, guys,
take it back to Donald's house, boy.
I'm gonna go.
Okay, Britters. Feel better. Thank you for letting us do this.
They're about to start fighting.
And you guys too. Here, he's gonna show you how it works. Show her how it works. Take her in the kitchen and show her how it works.
Hey, hold on. They're about to start fighting.
Oh. I'm like, oh, she's showing her how the toy works. Did you want to say anything else? My spiff? Spiff.
Epiphany. No, I mean, I'm sure I'll think of 100 other things I'd like to say later, but
I know,
I'll
we
just go
can
on,
do it in the video.
I know.
Um,
I'll just go on one of my
Yeah,
50
I'll-
sock
yeah,
accounts
and
that Joe says I have and say them.
I'm gonna invite anybody that wants to come on a stream with me in the near future. Amy, Kim, Joe, whoever.
Exactly.
talk to
You're
Amy.
open. You will literally
I
talk
will
to
talk to
anybody.
Kim
Yep.
because these are people that, for some reason, to say I'm a horrible person. So I would love to find out why. I would love to find out what I've done to them as well. First, rather than just the stuff that I made amends with Katie. So I'm whatever. Like
Whatever. Yeah.
I will do a stream
They're
with Joe, with Kim, and I will shut up and I will listen to what they got to say. I will try my best to not say anything.
All right, guys. Have a good rest of your afternoon.
Okay. Well, thanks, Britters.
Love you guys.